Yes, we don't. Looks like we're back. Welcome to this. I forget what episode this is, but it's the post reaction show to WrestleMania 41 Night One.
Yep.
Welcome back to the Black Four Horsemen podcast. Welcome back, Ricky Fontaine. How's it going, man?
Hey, I figure I join in and like a surprise entry in the Royal Rumble, you know what I'm saying, and figure out see how I can still how to remember this thing. And oh look, we got somebody joining in here.
Okay.
Oh, look at that mean
yeah,
here in the building. Yeah.
What's up, Mark? Long time no see.
What's up, baby? It's been too long coming back like the Rock in '96, baby. Come on, man.
Yeah, all these surprise entries and stuff like that. Yeah.
Let me do
get some
back like Paul Heyman turning on Roman Reigns and CM Punk coming back. That's how I'm coming back.
Yeah, man.
It threw people for a loop. It was one person, then it went to the next, and then it finally. Yeah, you could tell the way it was staged and how he was standing. Like nobody's going to swing a chair that hard with you literally shoulder to shoulder. So we wanted to see what was going to happen, and it did happen based off some of the reports on Twitter. But we'll get to that. We'll start out from the top of the show and work our way back to the main event or whatever. But fellas, what y'all think of the show as a whole, though? As a whole.
As a whole, I enjoyed it. Looking at the initial card, I want to say I figured this one would be the best night. I know a lot of people on the internet were saying night 2 was going to be better, and I'll have to pull that up just to compare it to. But I felt like this night was going to be the best one, and it was okay. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. So if I had to give it a scale of 1 to 10, it was probably like a 7 to me.
I was thinking 6.9, 6.8.
Yeah, so we ran the same.
I thought the build-ups were better than the actual match. So like you take, and I know we'll get into it, Jade and Naomi. I thought the build-up was better than the match. Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton, again, the build-up was better than the match. I thought a lot of stuff was a little sloppy tonight.
Yeah. One match we definitely talk about is Jade and Naomi, and it kind of felt like the person that's been carrying this feud this whole time lost, and I figured they would have went the other way with it. But let me do my.
Now wait a minute, time. Okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there. I'm just gonna do my logistics real quick, just so everybody knows that we're live and what we got going on. So give me 1 second. See if anybody else has joined though. So. Well, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I can do that. Like, let's just jump on in. So, the opening match was for the World Heavyweight Championship. The ring general Gunther is champion, going against Jey Uso as a challenger. Now, this feud has been, I guess, one of the better feuds build up to this match, with Jey claiming that he was kind of scared of Gunther, and Gunther is supposed to be giving off this monster bully image. It worked, but when they cranked it up and Gunther attacked Jimmy and had Jimmy bleeding, I said it in the group chat. Oh, Jay's gonna kill this dude.
Yeah,
and that was my thoughts going into it. So, how'd y'all think it went?
The match was I wasn't expecting it to start. I would have had New Day match starting or whatever, but I digress. They wanted to get the crowd hype and wake everybody up. You didn't want to start, so why not send Jay out there with with the music and everything and get everybody hyped or whatever. The match was decent. You know what I'm saying? I have seen better Gunther matches. You know what I'm saying? My problem was the finish. Yeah, the finish to me should have went more of, I like the 3 splashes, but to put him in a sleeper and to have him tap out in a sleep, not go to sleep, ladies and gentlemen, but to tap out on a sleeper was something I was just like, yeah.
Yeah,
But
it was Gunther the sleeper too, because that's the way when Gunther is one of his finishers,
right.
and people tend to tap out with that. So yeah, I think that's where he
Right.
was going with it.
I got why they did it because that's what Gunther did to Jimmy Uso. So
Yeah.
with the whole bloodbath thing, so
Make
I
him
got what
go to
he
sleep.
don't have the ring general tap out. So where did he go from here? Like he's not invincible anymore. He got to change his name back to Walter. I'm voting for it. Got to change his
But
name
if
back
he
to Walter.
changed his name back to Walter, he's gonna be the bomb then.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
there is no losing for a while then because that name carries a lot more weight than
yeah,
Gunther did. Like, no,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
man.
Yeah.
That match, like, I think the match at Saturday night's main event was better than this match.
Yeah. I was expecting more violence, especially leading into it. I needed somebody to bleed, even though Jay's chest looked like it was bleeding a little bit from all the chops and the blows and stuff. But I was expecting some hard ways Jay giving to Gunther. That was just me.
Like
But
I hate when like the build up. You start this blood feud. You killed his brother, and you start the match with a collar and elbow tie up. I
right.
hate it
Yeah.
with a passion, but nonetheless, I love it.
But we have a new champion, which I think a lot of us in the group chat wanted. We wanted Jey Uso to win this one. So yeah, we got what we wanted in that match. Now I saw interviews before. That's what I thought too with the whole yeeting thing. He came out, wasn't yeeting like normal. He came out a little more serious. Now he did get a couple in. He had to because the crowd was hyping him up. But
He gonna be tired. He gonna be tired as hell.
Yeah.
That long ass walk.
But no, I get it because you start off and like even with and it goes back to what you said about they started off with a collar and elbow tie up and all the other stuff. I'm watching. He's at the podium right now talking.
Yeah.
Right now at the press conference. But if anybody make my brother bleed like that and handcuff me and let me watch it, the next interview is not going to be I'm just looking at you talking.
Right.
I ain't coming out. He didn't come out, yeet, all the other stuff, and he came out. He was serious, but we'd have had to throw hands.
Yeah.
We would have had to throw hands, and that was the thing that was also missing from that. We got to throw hands. Ain't no wrestling. Ain't no wrestling at this point.
Ain't no arm bars and
no,
all the kind of stuff. No, we fighting at this point. So
yeah, we full on scrapping. But hey, Jey Uso as a champ. We'll see how long that lasts. Maybe he'll keep it to SummerSlam. And
Backlash St. Louis.
Yeah, Backlash is in St. Louis.
Let's give him SummerSlam.
Respect.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's gonna lose a Backlash, but Backlash is in St. Louis. I just want to.
Maybe they go ahead and do it like they did with his IC reign, and go ahead and let Gunther get it back so he can get his multiple reigns going. Again, we'll see. I'm not trying. Look, I'm just gonna let Jay do his thing right now. I'm not trying to hurry up and take it off of him or whatever already. Congratulations, man. You put years in the business, and we now know that you are not the Marty Jannetty of your tag team. So
yes, he is that. He is that. All right, so let's see. After Jay and Gunther, we had it was New Day and the War Raiders. I think if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So so that's another one where I don't think there was any real type of build outside of the New Day complaining about not getting a title shot. Other than that, and it was presented by Clash of the Clans. If you ever played that mobile game, it's like a little strategy game where you're trying to knock down people's towers, and the War Raiders came dressed up as those characters, which I thought was kind of
okay.
They sure did.
Right. So I was like, what the hell is this? But luckily they didn't wrestle in it. They took it off and wrestled. Now, what I did not get, and then the commentators had to tell me, is the uniforms that the New Day had. The back of it had 3 unicorns, but one of the unicorns' head was wilted, dead.
I got to go back and watch
that. Yes, and the commentator said that. So apparently that's supposed to be Big E.
Oh, wow.
So because he had 2 uniform heads up and one down, and that was probably representing Big E. So
Wow.
yeah.
So is it safe to say that as Big E is pretty much done?
Well, here's the thing: the fact they keep referencing him, maybe we'll get it at some point. It may be 6 months from now. Say, might give him time to really heal, but we got to get something.
Let it live, because that pop is going to be ridiculous when he do come out. He ain't got to wrestle. He just gonna cost them titles.
Right. What I wanted to happen is, because everybody was predicted. I mean, the War Raiders, I even said it in the chat, has not been doing anything with the titles. So give it to the New Day. What I wanted to happen is at some point during the show, them having a champion, show them backstage with the belts, and they just happen to run into Big E. Just do a stare down or something, you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of continue that little thing. So, or give maybe Big E rolls his eyes at him as he walks by, something like that. Give me something though. But,
the low percent thing here. Odyssey Jones comes back and teams with Big E and take the belts.
in the alternate universe, well, Odyssey Jones is still around. He comes back from injury and helps Big E.
We got another one. We got another one coming
added
in
to the podcast. Somebody referred to as the final boss. Jerry, what's up, man?
What's up, y'all?
Glad to have you.
Oh yeah, you trying to get a crowd of them. We need to cut the air on in these beats.
Man, he my theme.
So real quick, we just talked about Jey Uso and Gunther for a little bit, and the New Day winning the tag title. So if you have any thoughts about those two matches.
I was surprised how Gunther Jey Uso won. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think the shock was more like, oh shit, he tapped versus he won.
All right.
The New Day situation, I think it is what it is. Kind of like what you said earlier, man. I mean, New Day, right? So no big deal there.
Nobody want. I mean, the War Raiders, like, I don't even know what to call them anymore. I mean, like, they have the titles, but it's just like that. You got them on a New Day, and now they're one of the greatest tag teams. So now you got people coming back out of them, and maybe you can get a decent match. But no disrespect to War Raiders, but nobody really cared.
Right. It's kind of like, man, I remember Mark used to go crazy about Gunther, right? Like, Gunther kind of boring too. Like, to be fair, like,
so I said he got to go back to Walter. The mystique is gone.
He needs a Paul Heyman. To be fair, he needs a Paul Heyman. Like, that's who needs a Paul Heyman, because he kind of just like, he's like, yeah, he cool, but he's gone.
Yeah, and he's also one of those people that I think needs a faction. I mean, they had it with Imperium, but now they decided to break them up, I guess, and do their own thing. But he's better with a group of people. By himself, he's But I know, Mark, you mentioned earlier, like, what happens now? Like, what does Gunther go? What do you do? I can see possibly getting a rematch here and probably still losing. But at some point, I think Gunther's going to end up on SmackDown, or at least on the same show with Cody. So it gives Cody, or whoever the champion is, because John Cena may win tomorrow, gives them a giant to kind of go after. Whether he beat him or not, it just gives him a giant to go after.
He's not going to take them any more pinfalls. I know that much, bro. You said he's going to lose again. That's got to be a disqualification, because
you can see somebody.
One of those, what they say in the match, that he was only pinned by 2 people. Only 2 people in it.
Yeah.
Now it's 3.
Right now it's 3.
So,
it was Cody and they mentioned somebody.
Sami
Zayn. What's that? Yeah, Sami Zayn. Yeah.
That was the only 2.
Only 2. Yeah.
To his point, though, I would give him a rematch and have him lose again, and then he just goes away for a while. He got to refigure it out. He got to rethink about himself. And like, again, you can repackage him. I'm always gonna be a fan of Walter, because Walter and NXT UK was a beast. That dude was a monster. You know what I'm saying? And so if you can repackage him to something like that, then I'm all for it.
Okay. Let me say this though. To that point, I know y'all were saying him going over to SmackDown. Man, what if Seth Rollins goes to SmackDown? Have y'all thought about that at all?
Yeah, well, whenever they have this draft, or whatever they decide to do to move people around, I think both shows are going to look real different. Probably by the end of the year, if anything. So,
but I don't think part of me don't think that's over with though. This ain't the last time we seen Paul Heyman.
Oh no,
Roman and Punk is about to kill Cole.
Yeah,
I think this is actually finna pick up some steam. To be honest with you, Because when you look at it, right, like when you look at like where's their trajectory going, like what's that new thing, right? So for me, and I'm just gonna be honest, I thought this year's WrestleMania card was kind of mid. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was the greatest of the greatest card. So I feel like you're trying to build something up, and I feel like the Seth and Paul Heyman excitement will be pretty cool to see for a little while. So
yeah,
Seth can actually stick around and stay healthy for a minute. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing that little run to see what he does and see how he kind of pushes it out. That's why I was like, you see him and Cody Rhodes going against each other, and maybe that being a bigger feud than him, because automatically in my mind I was like, well, Jey Uso finna lose the title. That's what I thought in my mind.
I didn't even think about that because I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he finna go get that title back from Jay. Yeah, sure.
Just like you let me borrow it, but just keep it at my house. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I do want to see, especially with Jay being champion, I do want to see that embrace with him and Roman at some point. Maybe it's we see the cell phones footage later on, because even Roman has mentioned in interviews, when you go back to how the bloodline initially started, it was Roman and Jay, basically, as Roman said, basically beating Jay down to build him back up into who he is now. So we need that full circle moment where Roman was like, look, this is what I told you from day one was going to happen, and now you're champion. But we'll see. The next match on the card tonight was Jade Cargill and Naomi. I said it before we jumped on and opened up the live. Naomi should have won this match.
Man,
she has been the one. She's been carrying this feud from day one. Jay been on vacation on the beach taking pictures on Instagram and shit. You know what I'm saying? Naomi's been carrying this feud.
Ain't been in the performance center.
Right. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Did Marty Jannetty come back and beat Shawn Michaels like he got kicked through the glass? No, the hell he did not.
But Naomi is not okay. Go ahead. Say your point, Ricky.
No, I'm just saying, if you get laid out the way that you did, you got your lick back in the elimination chamber. You supposed to get this match. Now Naomi can get the next one. And hell, she can get the next one after that and make it 2-1. I don't care, but who's going to be from here on out? Who's going to be the bigger push between those two?
I agree.
It's Jade Cargill. Naomi had her time.
That's why I tweeted. That's why I tweeted. I understand why Jade got the win. I wanted Naomi to win, but I understand why. Because again, you want to push Jade. Naomi has been there for a while. I get it. Jade is still the new flavor of the month, so give her this win, let her build up. So,
time out. Hold up. Did Tiffany get her teeth fixed?
No, she on the post show already.
Yes, and them pearly whites now, dog.
It was just chipped. I know y'all said she lost it, but when you zoom in, it's really I think she just lost like a bottom part of it.
Her forehead looked jacked up. Charlotte was like, "You gonna earn this win. I don't really like you in real life."
It looks like they fixed that already or something. All
right, so check it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Next point, man. Like, I kind of agree with everything with y'all. I think you had to let Jay win it without question, right? I think we know, because let's just be honest for a minute. Jay really ain't done what Jade was supposed to do since she been here, and it's kind of lost his pizzazz a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, man, remember how they kept trying with the Wyatt family? Kept going back and forth, and that's why you're like, whatever, right? So I think you had to let her show that she could wrestle, because this is probably the best actual wrestling match I've seen Jay do since she's been in WWE, truth be told. And the more I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, girl should have probably stayed at AEW the way it's been looking. So I think this was a good opportunity. Now the question is, how do you build off of it? Do you keep letting them go back and forth? Do you put her in a situation? I don't think you're ready for her and Bianca Belair. We're not ready for that yet, but I think kind of let her. Hopefully, we can let her build some steam off this one.
Oh, it's coming, because with yesterday, I'm seeing it. I think EO should win tomorrow, but if Bianca does, that's going to set up what you talking about.
I ain't ready for it.
What you gonna talk? That's what it's gonna set it up. But then you can let it come out. You can let let it burn a little bit until you get to there, because you still got Naomi gonna still be going after Jade and stuff like that too. So that might be the next move. I don't know.
What you think of SummerSlam?
I
don't
think
even think it's gonna be
Jay
a
wins
SummerSlam.
money in the bank.
It might be Raw. It might be Survivor Series or something to let
I
that.
think Jay wins money in the bank. You give her the briefcase. She doesn't do the traditional cash in. You know, she does the honorable thing, cash in, and it's actually a match. If that makes
To
sense.
be fair, to your point though, too, Backlash, they
Hmm.
will rematch. And I can see Naomi winning at Backlash.
Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah. Because they probably gonna run a lot of these matches. If you look at the matches from night 2, they probably gonna run a lot of these matches back at Backlash.
Let's just sidebar. Let's just take a moment. Tony Khan got to feel like crap right now. This is only WrestleMania Night One, and how many people? CM Punk, Jade, and Ray Phoenix.
And Ray Phoenix, yeah.
And you did nothing with three. Well, you did, but
yeah,
You forgot about what's been called from NXT this morning too. So that's 5.
Oh
people.
yeah. Because I didn't watch Stand Deliver. I was out.
Ricky Saints and Ethan
Ricky
Page.
Saints. I didn't see the whole. I just saw the main event.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
And then you got Pentagon tomorrow.
Yeah. Is he right? He in the match tomorrow?
Yeah, in the 4-way. In the 4-way.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For the U.S. title, Intercontinental. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of which, and I know we'll talk about it tomorrow. Y'all see that link with Braun Breaker and his breaker math? He was
his breaker math.
It was hilarious.
Awesome.
If you know the Scott Steiner math, you know the reference. But yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. What a guy.
Well, that's our sponsors, man.
Life Water sponsor. Okay. Send the check. I got you,
man. For $6 a bottle at the hotel, we can put this shit back.
No, you didn't move it out of the spot. Don't worry about it. Go and drink it. They charging you. It's on the sensor.
That's just fountain water over here.
I believe the next match was it ended up being Ray Phoenix versus what's the dude name? Something America.
El Grande Americano.
El Grande Americano from the Gulf of America.
Yeah, let's just act like
that killed me.
Which I heard they had removed that, but nobody told Alicia Taylor the reason, so she still said from the Gulf of America.
But I think that she did that on purpose. She did that on purpose to get under people's skin, because that's what he's doing with this whole gig right now.
Yeah.
With them playing the American anthem with a mariachi band is freaking hilarious, man.
Can we
it's
please
hilarious.
just get and I would love one real WrestleMania match,
and I would love for this to be.
Man.
I would love for them to do some type of like duplicate where you see Chad Gable run out and you see El Grande in the ring. You're like, oh, so yeah, but they didn't do that part. But again, so Rey Mysterio got injured Friday night on SmackDown, night before Mania. So Ray Phoenix fills in for him. And look at that, Ray Phoenix been in the company 2 or 3 weeks, and he gets a match at Mania. It's almost like a football team. Start to go down, back up, next man up. So
I could see that in the back. As soon as he get back in the back with Rey Mysterio and stuff like that, they're like, Ray, you're up. He like, what? Like they got to go over the whole match. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just got here, and now you at WrestleMania. It's people. Hell, Montez Ford ain't had a single match.
They had the Friday the pre-show, because they ain't in the pre-show. It's the night before. Yeah. So.
And then on SmackDown yesterday, it was like a fatal table, ladders, and chairs match. That
for next week, they should have been part of Mania.
Grand Americano match. They should have took that since Rey Mysterio was out. Go ahead and move that to a pre-show or something, or put that on what's that, Raw or whatever.
Raw, yeah.
And then put this tag team right here with the Street Profits and all these other up and coming tag teams and stuff over, and let them go off. It was not done right. It was stupid.
Or if you're talking about kayfabe logic, the winner of the Andre Giant Battle Royal could have took that spot.
Oh yeah, and Carmelo, yeah, or at least
Carmelo
whoever.
Hayes could have took that spot,
Yeah,
and
Melo was the
they
winner.
still would have had a banger of a match.
Hey, Jey Uso gave their championship some meaning now because he is a world champion now. So usually when you win the Andre the Giant Memorial, it's just Wednesday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
just another day.
It's just another day.
Oh look! I just tuned into pre-show. It looks like they're talking about the New Day. I don't know what Big E's if he said anything or not.
I can't even hear what Big E's saying.
Yeah.
He got the Omar Epps look on his face, like,
yeah.
I gotta hear what he had. I gotta hear what he had to say.
Is he gonna be able to come back? Is it pretty much over with him?
I mean, we don't know. I mean, it looks like it, but again, with his neck injury, I want to say Edge had a very similar neck injury. He came back, but it was like 7 years later when he came back. So it's like we're gonna have to wait that long. So that's kind of where we at. But all right, so we so yeah. Anyway, El Grande Americano won. With a little metal in his head.
Yeah, with the loaded mask.
Loaded mask. So
yeah.
It is what it is. But hey, shout out to Ray Phoenix for getting this WrestleMania match.
Respect.
Next up is, so at this point, Jay. Well, we got Jay as a new champion. The New Day got the tag titles as new champions. So the next matchup was for the United States Championship, and that was LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. Jacob comes out with the werewolf mask and everything. He handed out the Solo. I thought Solo was gonna get involved in the match at some point. He didn't, but it was a decent match. Everybody wanted Jacob to win. Jacob came out on top, and he's the new United States champion. And speaking of him, he's actually on the post show too, where they're showing a video of him anyway.
Yeah, they're showing a video of him getting his belt right now.
Yeah, I mean,
that big boy can move, can he?
Oh yeah,
that boy can move.
Agile. He's very agile.
Oh, there you go.
But hey, another Fatu
Shout out
as
to
a champion,
because just a year ago he was in the audience cheering on. Was he cheering on Jay or somebody? They showed him in the audience with his kids.
He wasn't in the audience down by the ring. He was up some. Okay, he was in the stand.
He didn't get the VIP treatment. He
did not.
He probably paid for a ticket. So.
Probably bought a ticket, yeah.
And now he is a champion.
Yeah.
On his first WrestleMania match.
When you look at the whole thing, the way he's playing, man, it's like, is the bloodline done? Because
no,
they looking stronger than ever right now.
No.
And
Roman is a chief with no tribe. Cody said it. He said it.
They're done as a group. But individually, they're shining. So if ever they decide to come back, I think it's full.
Oh, that's gonna be like the Avengers or something.
I heard an interview yesterday or a couple days ago with Jey Uso. So, and Jay was giving props to Jacob, and it was good because Jacob was using his real name, government name. He said it's good to hear the name Fatu on TV because that's Jay and Jimmy's real last name. So so they going by Uso, but to hear that Fatu name on TV is doing the family proud. So
shout out Haku coming to the ring. I was like, I thought I saw somebody jump I was like, damn, a fan finna celebrate with it. Yeah, it was Haku.
Is that his uncle? Is that his dad?
It gotta be his uncle. It's gotta be his uncle. So because Haku is Tongan. So so I think and Jacob mentioned before who his father is. And I forget, but it's something. It's on that line. So like him and the Usos are first cousins. So it's one of Rikishi's brothers is Jacob's dad.
Okay.
So they real family. So
yeah, but dig that. Congrats to Jacob Fatu, man, on winning the strap from LA Knight. So let's talk about LA Knight. Where do we go from here?
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I like Jacob Fatu. I hated when they booked this match because I already knew what was gonna happen, and I really like LA Knight. Like, I really like LA Knight to the point where I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? Because this last year, man, LA Knight was so pop. He was so over. And I still think he's there a little bit, but I don't know where it's at right now. It's kind of like shit.
Yeah.
I just see WWE screwing this whole thing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I wanted to see him defend the championship for a little minute. I really wish they would have put this match in like a ladder match. That's the one thing I think the WWE kind of slipping on, in my opinion, is the specialty matches, especially in Mania, man. Imagine Jacob Fatu and LA Knight in a ladder match. I think that would be an amazing match to see.
Yeah, because remember the Money in the Bank ladder match used to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah, Mania
That
match.
used to be a Mania match. So.
Now it's a whole pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So long story short, bro, I'm with you, Rick. And to be fair, don't let Jacob Fatu lose it in Money in Backlash, right?
He needs to hold this thing and be
you know what I'm saying? So I don't know where you go. Maybe they go push LA Knight up to be the next guy after Cody Rhodes. Maybe that's the play. I don't know.
I mean, that's the only way. That's the only place he could go. Now, I would not be surprised because there's no individual title he can go after except for the U.S. at this point. I would not be surprised if somehow he finds a partner and ends up in the tag team rank for a minute. So it's unfortunate, but I can see that happen.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you think LA Knight could be like a 2025 version of like Dolph Ziggler?
You say who?
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler, yeah.
Because he was a great talent, a great worker, but he could never crack that next level because he was probably so good, but he could never be with the big dogs, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Now, Dolph was always praised by his selling, so he making other people look good in matches by his selling. So if LA Knight can do something like that, I can definitely see him that. I don't remember the order, and I don't know if we skipped over it, but I think the next one is Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair.
No, you on point because that was the match before. That was the match before the main event.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. So, and I'm happy with Tiffy winning.
Yeah. I wanted Tiffy winning. Tiffy to win. The match, the feud kind of went sideways a little bit. It got a little personal. So that's, if you remember the way that match started. Oh, they came out swinging. I think Charlotte.
There you go.
Spear tackle, and they started beating down. That's how Jay and Gunther should have started, because this was personal. If
there was ever a person who needed a BBL,
Charlotte Nicole
Flair.
Amanda Flair.
Get rid of the bodysuit. Just wear regular wrestling trunks, because the bodysuit is not doing your body.
The bodysuit, the bodysuit is supposed to be tight by the cheek area, and it's loose as I don't know what, bro. It's like
with a whole star. Like I ain't never seen that.
Charlotte Flair, I know you're not watching. Hey, friends of Charlotte, whoever the seamstress is for Charlotte, get this video to them, because you need regular wrestling trunks for women, not the bodysuit.
Some biking shorts,
because it should not be sagging. It should not be sagging in the butt area. That's not how bodysuits work.
Ride a pocket because it just ain't it, man. She
I mean, outside that, the gear, the entrance, you rolling up in the Rolls, hey, it's phenomenal. But the Queen, the robe he had on was great. But once you took that robe off,
clothes out, my boy,
Andrade was like, "What is this? What is this? I can't do it anymore."
6T tights.
Hey, you remember the club days? She looks great in the club. You get it back to the house, and she's taking clothes out. Like, oh, like what happened? It's not what I thought I was getting.
Another thing too, man. Charlotte definitely gives me young lady, old lady face vibes. Meaning, like when that makeup come off, you like, damn you. Because I was like, oh my gosh. Charlotte like she's 50 in the face some days. Like that she has to wear a lot of makeup to really make up.
But Charlotte's still good in the ring, though. I mean,
she's great.
She got to keep them little bitty, them big old tights up. You know what I'm saying? But if she doing them moves,
she's the first one wrestling jeans.
She's full of britches.
She wrestling some breeches, some jeans, joggers, something like. Remember Lita? Yeah, Lita was thicker than her too, son.
But Lita had the sagging pants, but it looked good on because
maybe she should go that route, right?
I was going to say, baby, you need to ask Lita for them baggy pants. Maybe you need to do that.
Hang out with Bianca and Naomi and do some workout sessions or something. Hang out with Jada Parker or somebody. I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah. So Raquel Rodriguez and Charlotte need to go see. They need to go to Miami. Gotcha.
Yes, they go to see Dr. Miami.
They can go to Atlanta. So I like it. Damn, they just need to go somewhere and get it done.
Looks like they're at the end of the post show.
Yeah, I see Triple H. I see Triple H up there.
We got to go back and watch that later. So And speaking of which, because Friday night, so SmackDown ends Friday night, and I hate to jump over this, but thinking of Triple H made me think about Hall of Fame. So watching SmackDown Friday night, I stayed up to kind of watch the Hall of Fame, thinking it was going to immediately come right after. I think it was like an hour later.
It was like 2 hours later, bro.
It
started at 12 o'clock Central Time.
So I was like, yeah, I had to go to bed. So I watched some of it today. I hadn't finished it, but Hall of Fame was good. Looks like we got someone jumping in late at the end. What up?
Oh, look at that. Oh, hey, everybody, hold up. A moment of silence right quick.
Yeah,
For them Lakers, man.
got
God
annihilated.
dang. That you at least piece to be like, God dang, like
man.
You know what? I hadn't even seen the scores of the game, so I have no idea what they're talking about, Joe.
I can report it to you right now. They got murdered.
See y'all tomorrow.
No, man.
It was definitely belt to ass for real.
Man. But we look. You came in at the end. We almost done anyway because we're talking about Tiffany and Charlotte. The main event is next.
Can't wait to see that game tomorrow.
Oh yeah, the great.
WrestleMania the night 2. Yeah, we gonna talk about it.
Hey,
what I was talking about.
Like I tell my son, hey, you got to focus on right now, my boy. Today, right now, y'all got that ass. Tomorrow gonna be here tomorrow. Today,
we'll figure that out at 12 o'clock tomorrow, brother.
Tomorrow,
yeah, I bet you will.
Hey, no,
bet you will.
Ass, my boy.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Tiffany and BBL Charlotte.
Yeah, if we can get it, man, hey, Quilla, see if you can get a sponsor, man, for Dr. Miami to pop up and do something with Charlotte, bro. I think that'd be a good look. I think if we can get a little tick at the bottom and get Charlotte to tap in with us, and we do a little GoFundMe to get a BBL, just a little bit. She don't need a lot, just a little bit, man.
Just one of them Glorilla jobs. Glorilla, you know.
I don't think Glorilla.
At least enough to hold to keep her pants up. Yeah.
Just a little.
Man, she gonna be wrestling with a belt on. The only wrestler I know they wrestle with a real live belt.
They keep her tights on.
Jordache belt.
Hyper.
Okay. But anyway, Tiffany retained. So at this point, she's the only champion that actually kept the title. Of the 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 4 championships. Yeah, she's the only one that's retained so far.
Yeah, she's the only one that she deserved to retain it too. So shout out to
some nice looking lips too, man. I was watching this.
No, her lips look like some boiled over hot dogs, bro. I don't like them.
Yeah, I like them. They were cool.
What'd you say? Boiled hot dog? What'd you say? I missed that part.
Boiled over hot dogs. You know when you boil a hot dog, it buzz open and split. That's how it lips. That's what it look like. Yeah.
That's what they like. I'm not gonna lie. When they did the intro, they did a close up on her. She gave me Quagmire vibes. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's TV time. Showed off for real though.
All respect to those ladies.
Oh yeah. So yeah. It was a decent match, a fight because there was fist thrown, there was bruises, there was looks like knocked out teeth, chipped tooth, something.
There may have been some receipts sent in that match.
I think that's I don't like you for real.
Who that? Mute yourself.
That was Mars.
I heard her call her a bitch in the match. I thought that was a little...
she probably did because they've been going. A lot of their stuff has been on air feuding where Naomi and Jade, a lot of their stuff beef been going on social media.
Man, you see side dog that damn Jade was so funny. She said, "I can't wait to beat the shit out." What she said? I can't wait to beat the shit out.
Beat the dust off your old ass.
Yeah, beat the dust off your old ass. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
That's not even close to Naomi talking about where she take her shots from, bro.
Right, because Jay said, Jay basically said that Naomi was getting butt shots. She like, nah, one person getting me back shots, yeah.
He said what?
Big jam. I said,
okay. Our guy said, so Naomi's response was the only person getting me back shots is Big Jim, basically talking about Jimmy Uso. But Jay thought she was getting, butt shots, like putting a needle in that ass. So, because Naomi accused her of using a filter for her abs on Instagram. I told you, Jay been taking pictures on Instagram all this whole time. Naomi's one been carrying the feud. So Naomi came back and said that was a filter when she took a picture of her abs on Instagram. So they've been going back and forth on that. All right, fellas, I think we time for main event time. So, which I think leaves the night with a lot of questions and a lot of like, what the hell is going on? So you had Seth freaking Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. There was no other stipulations outside of that. Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns' wise man, was in CM Punk's corner. I think this match, even though there was no stipulation, I think this match will go a long way in determining who's going to be the #1 contender for Cody's title. I would imagine.
Hold on, just a second. Let me share this with y'all right quick. Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah, I see it.
Here it is,
right
here.
The dentist is working overtime. I see that.
Oh wow!
I know.
Respect.
She got that job fixed already, bro.
Yeah.
That's what
Crazy.
Crazy.
I told you, boy. They WWE got them doctors on standby, boy.
Boy, she got the
dentist too.
Fixed quick. Go ahead, T. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So we're in the main event. We're in the main event.
Yeah.
Again, as I said, I think the results of this match, even though there was no #1 contender stipulation in the match, I think the winner of this will go into who's going to be the #1 contender for that WWE Championship. Whether it's Cody or John Cena, we'll find out tomorrow night. But
even if it is, you can do that on both brands though, because Seth Rollins he's on Raw.
Yeah, that's true. Seth is on Raw. Yeah.
But like what one of y'all said, maybe he move over to SmackDown and come after Cody.
Because here's the thing, even though the rosters flip back and forth anyway, I think Paul Heyman could have a lot of influence on moving Seth to SmackDown if Seth wants to go after the title. So
man, I use that. I think before you even go that far, I think you got to give credit to the actual caliber of wrestling that the match actually, displayed.
Wrestling.
Yeah. Let's go through the actual match. So everybody
wrestling was really good.
Everybody gets their intro. Now I wasn't putting in the group chat. Seth comes out and looks like a black trash bag with the fire thing, which I think was more of it may have been fireproof to make sure he didn't burn his actual gear, which is the white underneath. So he comes out with the flamethrower, lights go off, he takes it out, and he comes out in all white. Well, he did like he was wearing a trash bag at first when he came out.
I thought he was trying to mimic The Rock. So remember, The Rock did that WrestleMania 32 or something like that.
Yeah,
that's what I thought he was going for.
Yeah, I mean, listen to his theme music. It makes sense with the whole burn it down. Yeah.
So burn it down. Yeah.
The CM Punk interest got me, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
I will say this: as long as I've known even the intro little package, which I feel like they only show certain video packages to us, whoever got the free version of Peacock. The paid version got all the other video packages, but they showed the CM Punk little intro video, and they had his original theme music, the Fire Burns, in it, and showed his kind of come up. But the Cult of Personality song, which I don't know, I just know the song. I didn't realize the band that played that song, the lead singer was black, so that kind of surprised me. So,
Living Color.
Yeah, I did not realize that. So, or realize that they were the ones that did that song. So it's cool to get.
Didn't they perform? They performed it live before.
They performed at WrestleMania 29 when he fought the Undertaker. He actually performed.
That's when I remember he was black. That's when I found out he was black then.
Okay, yeah, I guess I don't remember that intro, but
yeah.
So yeah, again, everybody comes to the ring. The match starts, and it was great. I, in my opinion, probably one of the best matches on the card tonight. With all the back and forth, all the false finishes and stuff like that. Chances where I thought Roman was going to win based on how it was set up. There was times where I thought CM Punk was going to win based on moves and way it's set up. But yeah, the internet was happy with it was Seth winning.
I don't think anybody really know who's going to win the match. The way I was looking, I was like, dog, if I had to put a dollar on who I thought was going to win, I didn't know.
I did. I'm sorry. I just seem like I ask myself sometimes who needed the most. Now, CM Punk wanted to main event WrestleMania. He did it. But Seth Rollins like I felt like he needed it the most
Everybody
because
know who gonna win after it happened.
I thought
sorry. Go ahead.
I thought the Lakers were gonna win, but see how this shit turned out.
Well,
exactly.
So,
That's why we know you didn't know.
So no, I'm serious. Like, think about it though. CM Punk had, he won the Drew feud. You know what I'm saying? We knew that Roman was a wild card. Roman been running the company, carrying the company on his back for the last 5 years, pretty much. And Seth Rollins has just been in there, just kind of, you know what I'm saying?
He stay hurt half the time. He slick around there, John Morant. But
which we're gonna find out tomorrow. But I agree. I mean, so it's like
bitterness coming on this side.
He really. I don't know if he needed it. What he gonna do with it though?
That's the thing. Well, like I said before, you got on the show, right? If he's gonna be here, then I think it's dope, right? If he can stay healthy, if he go show up, I mean, he's a hard worker when he's there. Him and Paul Heyman, I think if they run their table for like a year, to be dope. But if he's not gonna be here, if he gonna be hurt, it was a waste.
Well, I think a lot of
that they're trying to write.
Seth Rollins ain't always hurt like that. Now, if we can look at some stuff, Seth Rollins was here working when Roman was part-time and with the belts and stuff like that. Seth Rollins was always here, if I'm not mistaken. He hurt his back at the last WrestleMania.
He's banged up, but he shows up to work. Even though he hurt, he'd be at work. He'd be there. So So a lot of rationalizers I've seen, a lot of logic I've seen with Seth winning is
to the game. He'd be hurt.
When you look at the feud building up, why was Seth there? If the feud was about who Paul Heyman was going to line with when it comes to Seth and Roman, then why is Seth there? So that's why a lot of people figured Seth would win, because other than that, why is he even in the match? Outside of his hatred toward CM Punk for whatever CM Punk, the cancer that he calls him, why was Seth in the match? That's why everybody was like, well, Seth has to win, because if not, then why was he even there?
Well, you got to think about the 10-year feud with Seth and Roman Reigns. He's always been one up on Roman Reigns for the past 10 years. Hit him with the Shield. He's never beat Roman. Roman Reigns has never beat Seth Rollins either. So they still trying to tell that story. So that's why I figured.
I can see that.
To be fair, ain't a bad story to tell, because that is probably, in my opinion, you remember how back in the day when you had Shawn Michaels versus Stone Cold, they went back, or let's say The Rock and Stone Cold, they went back and forth for years. They go at it for a minute, stop, wait a year, go back at it. And I can honestly see, let's just say, would we not be disappointed if we saw Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania next year? I don't think anybody would.
That's called a feud. And people attention spans and stuff are so small now that we can't allow feuds to really be feuds.
Yeah,
we can't.
I think
they're trying to make Roman look fragile. They're trying to make him look vulnerable now. He ain't got nobody.
He's alone. Yeah.
Because I don't think we're gonna ever get the Roman versus The Rock. I think that ship is passed. So I think this is probably gonna be your next best thing.
Well, we're speaking of The Rock, because he, people were kind of speculating, does he show up tonight in this match with Roman, Seth, and CM Punk, or does he show up tomorrow with John Cena and Cody Rhodes? So kind of say, because so if he doesn't show up tonight getting involved with Roman, then we're probably not going to get Roman and The Rock anytime soon. So
yeah, he'll be here tomorrow, and Travis Scott with him, and Travis Scott gonna get a nasty receipt too. I'm waiting on that one.
I can see that.
I'm waiting on that one.
I can't wait to see that. Probably about to pound his ass.
Man.
Hey, can we? So real quick, right? I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't gonna say it. I'll leave it alone. I'll wait till tomorrow.
Well, since we're wrapping up toward the end, I'm gonna see if I can find a list of.
Go on to your prediction.
The match, for night
as
2.
Opposed to that 6 weeks.
I ain't know where that's so my prediction be wrong as hell. So I always buy high and sell low. So don't.
Most of ours do, but at least at least you get it out there in the front and not.
Hey, to be fair, I knew Jacob. If I had to guess, I knew he was gonna win that one.
No, let's go ahead and put them out there now, so I can always say. So I can say it's on tape. Like we can pull a receipt. So let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I want to find an image just so I can have it on.
Like, do y'all think the WrestleManias kind of got away from like the surprises and the like specialty matches and stuff like that? Like,
they're saving it for tomorrow, probably. That's the last night. Why, show all your cards on.
So, I mean, surprises, yes. Now, in past, they have not done a lot of surprises actually at WrestleMania. It's usually the Raw after or leading into it. So we'll see. Because now, what I was a little disappointed about, and we jumping around, it kind of relates tonight too. Randy Orton, was supposed to have a match with Kevin Owens. Everybody's like, well, who's going to be his opponent now? I wanted it to be Aleister Black, but if you watch SmackDown Friday, the same vignette that we think is for Aleister Black showed the date 4/25/25, which is next Friday. So, which means he won't be on the show tonight. So now, Rusev is still out there. That's the other person.
Rusev Day.
So we can.
Yeah, that was gonna be my bold prediction. I was hoping it'd be Aleister Black too.
So we gonna have Rusev just come out there and lose to Randy Orton, right?
Lose to Randy Orton.
Well, I mean, if either one of them don't need to lose. If it's
that's my point. That's my point. That's my point. Like, they're gonna come back to the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
you want
both
them
of
to
them, both they complaining ass don't need to come back and lose.
And I'm saying they gonna like, why did I even come back? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and we'll talk about that now because I think the only one that's missing from this list is Randy Orton. So, do we have any predictions on who Randy's opponent would be?
It can still be
Nick
Aldis.
So Nick Aldis, I've heard that one before too.
Yeah, they don't do nothing for me, but I mean, I guess I heard Solo, but again, they don't do nothing for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that ain't it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold out for Aleister Black, but you did see that promo for SmackDown. I mean, shit, you can still show up on SmackDown.
Right. Now if Rusev comes out as Miro, what was it? God's favorite son or something like that.
Yeah.
With a tank, I can be more down with it.
Yeah.
If he has a tight intro and he still loses, I'm okay with it.
If he just comes back, he coming back as Rusev, I think.
Yeah.
He was too hot as Rusev over there.
Yeah. Well, that's true. If you want to capitalize on the Rusev Day thing, I guess. Yeah. So we'll see. So that's one surprise we got looking forward to.
It would be Braun Strowman.
No.
It won't be Braun Strowman, but now we don't know where Bronson Reed's health is at this point. He's been out.
That might not come back to 2026. Did you see how that leg looked?
I think that man broke his both. Did he break both his
everything?
Both ankles, feet, toes, something like that. Yeah.
That ain't something you come back from like that, especially being that big of a guy, man. Like,
big dude,
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think of some.
He messed that dude up.
I was just trying to think of some feuds or something that Randy may have had that we didn't probably forget about, or something that maybe somebody could come in and stuff like that.
What do we see a swerve and it's actually KO? That'd be so.
No, yeah, I think
KO. He actually did have neck surgery, didn't
he? He was in the crowd last night at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he tweeted out his T-shirt that would have been for WrestleMania.
That would be an amazing swerve.
So was he out there with a neck brace on, or he's just out there?
Nothing. No, he was out there with nothing.
So
he had on a suit.
But that kind of makes me think: has he had the surgery already?
Wow.
The surgery already.
I saw him in the hospital bed.
This okay.
But we saw Vince McMahon in the hospital bed with Stone Cold and stuff. That don't make it real. So I'm just saying that would take everybody. That would blow because everybody knows everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks it's real and everything. And then for them to go ahead and flip it that it was all a lie the whole time. Oh my gosh.
Hell of a
That's crazy.
You talking about hell of a work. That would be
crazy.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah, I agree.
That would be great. I ain't gonna lie. I just to think about that, like, hold on, bro. Like, that's some cerebral that's some Triple H type stuff right there.
That's some stuff that's gonna get people, like, anytime people report stuff, you're gonna have to second guess yourself now. Than you ever, because now, like I said, we got people reporting this like they do reporting sports.
Yeah. They did a whole podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
He did a whole podcast.
That would
oh my God.
That's like Luka being traded to the Lakers. That would just shake up a lot of
That was just, man, that
Yeah,
would
they didn't
be.
shake up. They didn't shake up a lot. Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, he did.
Ain't
He
shake up
did a
nothing
whole
tonight, did
podcast.
it? Ain't shake
Hey,
up
I
nothing
wasn't,
tonight.
to be fair, I wasn't going there. I would just say the whole.
It did shake. It did shake up. I'm not even a Lakers fan like that, but when I saw that, I had to continue to
Sometimes you
research to
gotta-
make sure that was that would be, if KO does this, it'll be just like that, man. It will be. I think that's not me. I think the internet wrestling community, man, would flip over that, man. That would
You know
be
what's
so
so crazy?
great.
Though? You know what's gonna be more disappointing now? That it don't happen.
We done talked ourselves into it.
We didn't talk ourselves to it, and then it don't happen. We be like,
it
God
gotta
damn
happen now. It gotta happen.
You fuck around, you go get Stone
Talk to
Cold
7
Steve
to a
Austin
shoot.
out there.
All right.
It gotta happen now.
You gotta get Stone Cold out there. You know they gotta have a Legends match. So there you go. You get that RKO versus Stone.
Yeah. He's at the Hall of Fame, so
I want
Yeah.
KO out there now. That's the swerve of all swerve.
That's the swerve. That's
or you know they do it. KO come out there in the mask, still with the KO t-shirt and tattoo. We know it's him. He comes out with a mask on.
nah, he just didn't come out there.
Oh,
No, he
right.
just need to do it. I mean,
nah,
it's
for real,
just,
it's gonna be Omos though. So
is Randy?
Yeah, it's good.
So is he still on card for a match? Is it just surprise opponent type deal or what?
Well, yeah. I've seen reports where it just shows him and the little mystery silhouette beside him. So yeah, it is gonna be a mystery opponent.
Yeah, I think he just pop out there, and it would be that would be. I love that idea.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Okay, so
what if
let's
it's
see.
like something? What if it's like somebody from NXT, like Oba Femi or something like that?
But see,
I wouldn't
you
be
know
mad
what?
at that.
Now I think about it.
Who's your prediction?
If it was KO, wouldn't you have him out there with a neck brace on? So it would throw us off because they done had it's been pictures of him out there on the internet.
Yeah,
in the hospital bed.
But what I saw as far as the Hall of Fame, I just saw him sitting there. Like they didn't zoom in on him; they just showed the area that he was sitting in, and I noticed him. So if it was on purpose for them to be seen, I can see them showing him with a neck brace on to kind of try to throw us off a little bit more. But yeah, he was just out there in the suit, sitting within in the audience. So we're not sure.
But if he just had neck fusion surgery, like
When
your neck be still?
Because Big
right.
Yeah,
should you be still? Should you be out there in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah. One small bump. Oops. Oh man. Like Big E was at the house for months. So
yeah, he was.
I mean,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it sounds more and more sus as we go along, but I mean, I guess we'll see.
Heard it first.
Yeah, I would love to see KO.
I would too.
Yeah,
I would too. Now that we talked about it, that'd be one way to really shake up the wrestling world, shake up the rumor mill, and like actually make wrestling fun again to where the internet don't kill the surprise is still there. So
yeah.
All right, what other
Oh my God!
We talked to them so much that we're gonna be disappointed on whoever comes. It could be
correct.
It could be The Rock come out there to wrestle. We'll still be mad. No, it should have been KO.
Kenny Omega come out.
Oh my
there,
gosh,
like,
it's Moxie. Who gets the shit?
Right. Remember having John Moxley out there, we still be disappointed.
John Moxley come out there, you might get me now.
Yeah.
he coming out there with a world championship in his hands. I'll be like, wait a minute, man, what's going on?
Yeah, that championship had been in a briefcase for the last 4-5 months.
Hey,
at least
I know what you're doing. I know it ain't gonna happen, man. What else? Brock Lesnar that showed up.
Y'all wishing upon a star with Brock.
I know.
Man, Brock is.
I think we're done with Brock.
Brock buried.
They said he was done, but I don't know, bro. Who knows?
I don't think he's done, but it's still gonna be a minute.
As long as that case is active, Brock ain't coming back. I don't think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hulk Hogan coming back. Down. He gonna punt the hell out of him. He gonna punt the hell out of Hulk Hogan.
All right, let's okay. We know about that one. Let's move on. So looking at this order, which kind of caught me off surprise too, is I know it's night 2. They almost like treating it like a whole different pay-per-view, different graphics, different images and stuff as opposed to the first one. But looking at this list, and there's 6 matches here. Who do you think opens the show? Which match opens the show?
I think they already said. I think the triple threat is opening the show.
I would say shouldn't the triple threat open?
Yeah, the women they're opening the show.
Women triple threat.
No,
Okay.
don't you dare.
No.
They already said it.
No, if anything, I'm not sure, but if they said
Get the women's tag team up out of here because I mean, go on, let that get over with because we don't even know.
That's the in the middle of the show. You go
bathroom break.
Popcorn,
you're gonna let the triple the Fatal 4-Way is gonna open up the show.
The Intercontinental.
Yeah, you start off with the championship. You gonna let the Fatal 4-Way open up the show. Then you go run it with the street fight. Then you got tag team. Then you'll do
AJ and Logan.
AJ and Logan.
So you do the Orton match right before the championship match?
No, so you have to put the women's championship. Everything the actual championship has to have its own shine. So you can't put it in the middle, and it's not going to go at the end.
Either you want to be the main event or you want to open the match. That's why Jay don't want on first tonight.
Right. That's why.
Set the tone.
So you saying
the women's tag match? The women's tag match where I say it could go on first is because we don't know who Lyra partner is going to be. Maybe it could be,
So
I don't know.
I've been seeing conflicting reports. I think Bayley's fine. I know some people saying she was hurt, but I saw other reports saying that she's not hurt, so we'll see.
I think the women's world championship going on first.
And potentially Bayley. I mean, not Bayley, but Becky.
You know what, though? Joe's right. Because you got to think about it. You got to start off hot. And they started off hot with Gunther versus Jey Uso. So you're going to get the women's championship match first. You're right.
Now, I will say this. Okay, so let's just start there. The internet is loving EO, and I get it. But what I don't understand is where is the booing coming for Bianca? I don't understand this. Bianca ain't did anything bad. But see, like now the overseas crowd, I gave them a pass. I said, well, maybe they don't know. Maybe they boo all black people over there. I don't know. But now she back in the States. Why? This is Chicago, I think, Monday night. Why is Chicago booing Bianca Belair? I need answers.
I know because they think she in cahoots with Naomi.
I think they probably there you go right there. Yeah. And I think that most internet wrestling community are a bunch of dumbasses because they never now. But these are the people.
No,
as soon as they boo her,
nobody watches the show. By the way, we're not talking about
that. It's people. People. Well, they're booing her right now, but as soon as she turn heel, those same people are going to be like, "Yeah, I love her." Like
keep in mind, Cody got booed out the building last night on SmackDown.
I think they were drunk because they booed both of them.
Yes, as soon as he went off on Steve, they took around quick.
Let's let Quilly finish. We can talk about that first before we go there.
Well, again, what I'm rooting for, I've said it before. Bianca's undefeated in WrestleMania, and I posted that on Twitter, and it wasn't even one of our posts. I was responding to somebody else who was asking who would win this match. And I got so much hate talking about, well, she ain't the Undertaker. The reason why she's been undefeated at WrestleMania. I didn't say she was. But my thing is, she needs this title. And granted, she's been SmackDown Women's Champion, Raw Women's Champion, WWE Women's Champion. She's never been the Women's World Champion. Mm-hmm. So this is a new title for her. And it keeps her on Raw. I'm going to double talk because this may be why she loses. If they want to keep her on SmackDown with Naomi and Jade, because if she wins, she's going to be on Raw with the title.
They flip it. They'll flip it.
Yeah, they can always flip it back and forth.
They can always flip it back and forth. Have a random, everybody. What they had said with this whole transfer window crap.
Right?
They could probably make it work if they do. But I'm with you. I think Bianca should win, even though my heart say just go ahead and let EO keep it because she's the afterthought in this. Going back to what we said about Seth Rollins. EO is the Seth Rollins in this thing here. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wanted to see Rhea and Bianca.
Which I still don't understand why we're not getting that one-on-one match. Now they may have had one match since they've been in the main roster, but there hadn't been a lot of them. They had a few in NXT, but I need a main roster one-on-one match between Bianca and Rhea. So.
I think they're doing it the right way. I think you're milking it. I think the one thing WWE has done too much, they rush situations. Let them marinate for a little while. That's a good thing. You kind of keep it there.
I did hear something about Bianca flipping things on SmackDown, saying that she's never been pinned at WrestleMania. So they're saying that kind of opened the door for her not to. She technically still wouldn't lose at WrestleMania if she didn't take the pin. So she lost.
So to be able to still keep the undefeated streak. What you're saying?
Correct. So it's like she's undefeated because she didn't take the pin at WrestleMania. Somebody else took the pin. So she still is quote unquote undefeated because she didn't get pinned at WrestleMania.
It's going to either be Liv or Bianca. I don't see Rhea getting it back.
I mean, yeah, EO or Bianca.
I'm sorry, it should be EO or Bianca.
Yeah,
I don't see Rhea getting it back.
Yeah,
it's either one of those two.
Yeah,
I agree.
Rhea is the person that kind of bullied her way into this match, but she didn't need to have it. And
so here's the thing: if Bianca gets it back, do the fans hate her more or love her more? Because it's kind of like she's been in the spotlight for a minute, which I think she definitely deserves it. I don't
give me heel Bianca. I don't care.
I'm ready.
Give me heel Bianca. I don't care.
I think she will be good. She was good in NXT as a heel, so I'm ready for it.
Man, I don't know what it is. I guess you know how they say the more you see somebody, like the more. And Bianca get finer to me every day. I don't know what it is. I like, bro. She's like naturally pretty.
I hurry up and change the post every time. I just hurry up and get past it because I don't want to.
She's just natural. Like you feel like natural.
Man.
Yeah, whoever styling Bianca needs to help Charlotte Flair out for a little bit.
Bianca is styling Bianca. So
yeah, you're right. She is making all good. You're right.
Go style Charlotte.
She's very visible though. So it's like I don't want to say they're shoving her down our throats because I don't think that's necessarily the case, but
they can do it.
I will say this.
He has a way of making you hate.
I'm done.
Did y'all see Joe Johnson on Nightcap with Shannon Sharp trying to holler at Bianca?
Yeah, I did. That's why I said I'm done.
She could have like an onion, blood. She could have. Shay was like, no, Joe, that ain't right.
What did he say?
That might say, but then you hear what Montez said though at the interview yesterday. He was like, "Yeah, everybody, they can look at the menu, but I'm the only one that know what it tastes like."
Yeah,
respect my brother.
Wow!
Shout out to Montez.
Y'all go. Montez, like even what was the dude? Quit. I know you know him from the Black Wrestling. Was it the Black?
I just lost. I don't know.
Black Wrestling something that he was saying that can Montez for a fight. And he responded back to the tweet was like,
"Yeah,
I forgot what he said, but
he said, and then everybody was chiming in. Y'all forget that Montez is a former Marine, so he can fight.
Y'all
you don't want to fool with him.
Y'all keep playing with Montez Ford if y'all want to out here in these streets.
Y'all.
But
leave that man alone.
And now I was gonna bring up Shannon Sharp only because I can feel like that interview could bring more eyes to this match. And more eyes to Bianca when you talk about them possibly shoving her down her throat. Well, she's bringing more eyeballs to the product, whether it's based on her looks or what she does in the ring.
It's true.
Right.
It's true.
Bianca got it out the mud.
Really risky boy.
She got it out the mud though, man. She worked her butt all the way from NXT.
She did.
All the way, and then hold the NXT title.
We ain't mad about it. I'm just saying.
She didn't sub. They didn't know. She worked her butt off, man. And so whether she, ride with the heel side of thing, or we still face Bianca, I'm still gonna roll with her regardless, man. Because you know what I'm saying.
I just thought about this sidebar because we said about her getting out the mud and coming in like she didn't come in with any type of fandom. Like nobody really. I mean, she was a track star, but nobody really knew her in the wrestling world. Well, on the Hall of Fame. The Undertaker was inducting Michelle McCool, and he said that Michelle McCool didn't come in with a famous last name, and the camera panned toward Natalya when he said that. That was nasty work, bro.
I heard that. Dang.
Wow.
So yeah, that was
Would you guys not say that I could honestly, I think Bianca Belair is the most influential African American wrestler ever.
I mean, especially with little girls. Yeah, I can say that currently. Yes,
my daughter is crazy about Bianca Belair. She is crazy about her. So,
I mean, you need to put some respect on Miss Texas name. But I mean,
I know, man, but
Jacqueline, yeah,
definitely.
Man, I'm gonna go with Bianca too. Miss Texas.
I'm gonna tell you why too, because not only is she a good wrestler, she's very attractive. And
I'm telling you gonna do Miss Texas like that.
Hey, bro, Miss Texas on USWA, dog.
I don't understand how you feel like Bianca Belair in more puppy than Miss Texas.
Yeah, like I said, I think
we love you, Miss Texas, Jacqueline. Glad you're still with us. Yeah,
I think she laid the blueprint, but
exactly.
Hey, I'm gonna mute Joe.
Bianca the prize. And tell the other chick from NXT. What's the thick joint? What's her name?
Jada Parker.
Miss Parker come to her.
What's the big joint? Come on, bro.
I know, bro.
Come on, bro.
All right, okay, quickly, okay.
Name, bro.
Let's rein it back in. Let's rein it back in.
What about Sasha, bro? I mean,
Mercedes Moné. I just haven't watched Dynamite this past Wednesday, and I was and her and what's name had a really good match. Her and Athena, it was a damn good match. And I was just like, man, just imagine if this was on a WrestleMania Saturday or Sunday.
They finally put Athena back on TV because she's been
because she's been in ROH purgatory for the last 2 years.
They had her for the Owen Cup, for the Owen Hart Cup.
Yeah, the tournament. Yeah,
man.
I mean, would you still think? I don't think Sasha Banks bigger than Bianca Belair.
Well, I mean, no, not now.
Not anymore.
Yeah, but I mean,
all right, let me ask you this: if
got 4 championships, bro, she out there doing it.
I feel you, and no disrespect. Again, if she was here right now, I still don't think she'd be bigger than Bianca Belair.
I
don't.
Sasha was.
They did have the first main event together. First
they
2
did.
Black girls main event.
Sasha was.
I think Bianca has that outside package.
She can be your ambassador.
Sasha did as well.
Outside package. Oh, dude.
Shut up, Ricky.
Come on, bro. All right, go ahead. That's the next man.
Okay, look, because I don't want to go too far off the rails. We are just doing predictions right now.
WWE after dark.
And y'all finna have that man coming up here whooping up everybody. Y'all leave. I'm straight.
Hey, I'm like, bro, I ain't doing this praise and credit, dog.
Respect to it.
Yeah, what you said.
He said I can look at the menu, so
yeah. Like Shannon said, don't hold that menu too long, though.
Get you something else to eat.
Let's move. So are we? So we everybody going for Bianca? Anybody? EO? Anybody going for Rhea?
Do y'all see interference happening?
I think EO retains.
Not in this one, though. So Mark got EO. I think everybody else got Bianca winning this.
I'm gonna take B.
Okay.
I'm gonna take EO.
EO, okay.
I'm gonna take EO.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go Bianca.
Okay. 30 minutes, bro.
All right, let's move on because we are already getting close to that time. So let's just go with the next match. Let's go with the Sin City Street Fight, which is real quick. Damon and Priest.
True.
Drew McIntyre.
True.
Drew need that win.
It's gonna be Drew.
I'm gonna go Drew.
Drew don't get that win. He might.
Drew gonna crash out for real. Though. I think he keep losing, man.
Yeah. Every trying to clean up when he crash out like it's part of the script.
Yeah.
He lose them all. He gonna be part of the script. He got with the Bret Hart.
So so let's go ahead. It sound like most of us going with Drew McIntyre. So the women's tag team championship match. Now I got a little something to say about this, not much, but if it is Bayley, assuming she's not injured. This is a put together tag team that I think will only result in Bailey turning on Lyra in that match and going after her Intercontinental Championship. So, So I believe
I'm going with Liv and Raquel. They can still do that without the title. So yeah,
right. So yeah, the tag champions are retained. Yeah,
Same.
All right.
Because I think that's the logical. That should be the logical plan that she turns on Girl and then wins the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah. Okay. Another grudge match is like with next up is AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. If I'm not mistaken, Logan has not Logan. I mean, again, they still look at him as bringing eyeballs to the product. If I'm not mistaken, all these matches Logan Paul has been in, he's lost. I think maybe one time with the Miz they tagged him. I think they may have won, but when
didn't he beat Ricochet?
He beat Ricochet.
Did he beat Ricochet? He did. Okay.
SummerSlam.
All right.
Logan Paul got it.
So my logic was Logan would get this one because he had so many losses. A loss won't.
He was U.S. champion too, so he was U.S. champion for a minute.
Yeah. So I guess he had to lose.
So he
that
beat.
belt,
So I'm going AJ. I'm hoping Logan don't win this.
Okay.
I'm with Logan.
So like we got one with AJ. I think everybody else is going Logan Paul.
Yeah.
All right. So I think this next matchup, I think, is where we all are going to differ. I think. So the Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship match.
I think we all going to pick the same person.
I think somebody else gonna pick some people did. I don't think it's gonna be unanimous.
Everybody on 3.
Okay, let's just try 1, 2, 3.
Dirty
Dominic.
Dirty Dog. Yeah, so I think we all picked Dirty Dog. Yeah.
Dirty Dom.
So yeah,
it's his time, man.
So yeah, that's who I want to win. Now the way it goes down, it's a Fatal 4-Way. Dom's pins Finn Balor. Yeah. maybe Braun Breaker spears Finn, and then Dirty Dom ended up getting the pin.
And I love it. Him steal the pin from somebody.
Right.
Yeah. Or we can see the introduction of a new member of the Judgment Day and helps him out. And that's how you get Finn Balor out of Judgment Day.
Who do you think is gonna be Rusev?
He's been asking for a new. Yeah, I mean Dom has been asking for new members.
I don't know who it's gonna be.
Man, if it's Rusev, that would be lit. I don't know why why they would fit, but I mean, Liv don't fit.
Rusev would be real weird, but
yeah, that wouldn't fit.
It wouldn't fit, but hell, Carlito ain't doing nothing in the group at this point. He's just kind of almost like they mascot.
Comic relief.
All right, so let's go ahead and wrap up this episode with the main event of night 2. A heel John Cena versus the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship.
I don't know.
You notice as I point this out, they dropped the Universal word, but they still keep it undisputed.
Yeah.
But the title's not undisputed because it's still another title over on Raw. But that's just my little soapbox thing. So it should just be WWE Championship.
Yep.
but anyway,
I don't know.
Guys, look, at this point, I don't want Cody to lose.
Well, it is undisputed WWE Championship, though, isn't it? It's not. It's because that's the World Championship.
Well, it became undisputed when him and Roman. Well, yeah, when Roman had combined the title, but then they brought in the Universal level. Yeah,
the Universal and WWE.
Yeah,
the World wasn't involved in this, so
that's true. So it is a different lineage, I guess. So I guess you can still keep the undisputed. But as much as I love Cody Rhodes, I like what he's doing. I want to see more of a John Cena as a heel John Cena as a champion. So I think whether The Rock gets involved or somehow, I think John Cena wins.
You want him to win 17 as a heel, though, bro?
Here's the thing, but everybody keep talking about the heel. Why not? Here's the thing. Whether he can go the rest of the year as a heel. 4 or 5 years from now, when he decides to come back, he'll get the biggest pop in the world as a good guy. He doesn't have to retire as a babyface.
So here's the thing. I'm with you, Quilly, but to be fair, me and Rick talked about this. The build up for these matches has been ass. It's just I think Sydney said it in the group. It just hadn't been good, right? So to me, I wanted to see heel John Cena win, but I wanted to see heel John Cena do heel John Cena stuff. Heel John Cena ain't done shit. Like he come out there every week. It's kind of boring to be totally honest, right? When it first happened, I was like, oh, okay, we finna really get. Everybody's like, oh, is this better than Hollywood Hulk Hogan? Hell no, this ain't even close. So if heel Cena wins and he keep doing the same stuff he been doing every Friday, you might well keep it on boring. Cody and just call it a day.
Bruh, Sydney and Rashad hate just. I don't know what dude did to them in their childhood, but them folks hate John Cena with a passion, bro. He can't do nothing right. If he a heel, they hate him. If he a good guy, they hate him. If that man hit a solid move, they hate him. If he mess it up, they hate him. Yeah. It ain't nothing dude can do right. They hate him. But unfortunately, I agree with Quilly. He probably gonna win. I don't know. I'm torn. I could do without. I could do without it because he's not gonna be there. It feels real Brockish to me. Without the feel. When Brock come back, it's like this.
That's a big deal.
Feel, this different passion.
This is the last part
he comes back.
It's like a tornado's coming. You hear that warning, be like, oh shit!
Right. Him, Paul come out. It's like, ooh, here it comes. Back when he was doing this, he leaves and he don't come back for a minute with the championship. I don't know what this is going to be with John Cena, man. This whole I'm gonna take the championship and go. I don't know what they're going to do with this, and it feels like it's going to be some corny and whatever. But you continuously bring back people who aren't here, and you're trying to do builds for the big shows with them, and it's difficult. Because they're not here. Rock, Cody, that stuff with Travis Scott was totally ignorant. You could have just did that with Rock and Cody and it worked and would have worked fine. But I don't know. I think John's gonna win. I could do without it, but he's gonna win. He's gonna get the 17. I think they really want to get him that 17th win anyway. But
I hate to agree with y'all on that because even if it's I'm gonna agree because the whole selling his soul and all the other stuff will be for nothing if he come out here and lose. That heel turn would have been for nothing. And then he's been getting laid out every time he's been in there with Cody every time. There's no way that he's getting laid out through these weak promotions in these other countries, and he's going to lose again on the grandest stage of them all.
And where do you go from here? You can't let him lose because if he loses, there's nowhere else to go from here. But thank you for coming out, John.
And he still got a bunch of dates left on the he's committed to. So
so he can't lose. It's now the question is, how does he win? Is more of the question, in my opinion.
Outside interference, and you know it.
Well, that's
gonna be some shenanigans. But
so is it gonna be outside shenanigans to where it builds up for something bigger, where we see someone else with The Rock that jumps in and gets involved? Do you see Seth Rollins?
Yeah, it's gonna be somebody else. Yeah, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. That's why I said it's not over with. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman are not done with WrestleMania yet. That's my opinion. And I think that maybe I don't know what the end game will be with Seth coming for Cody. I don't know, but that could be a possible thing. But it will be some shenanigans, and that's how John will get.
So you're telling me that you see Bianca Belair and John Cena, Seth Rollins, and Paul Heyman all forming a faction by Monday? Is that what you say? Because I've heard.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah,
Bianca.
I've heard whispers of Bianca. Yes, I have.
Ooh.
No,
I've heard whispers.
I've seen
it. I've seen
That's random.
I can see more Bianca teaming up with Naomi, like Naomi kind of being her lackey, and they find like Jade finds out like Bianca was in on it too. She was like the mastermind of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't like that for Bianca because she gonna get swallowed up in that, especially if she wins the championship. She needs to kind of. Hell, I would rather her go with Montez and go with the Street Profits if she was gonna do.
What the fuck are they waiting for? What are you waiting for? Do it.
All three of them need to be heels together.
Do it.
Yeah.
If you want to start a faction, it need to be them in the Street.
I would rather they do something like that, especially with all of them having championships. If you're gonna do something like that, do that. But Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins and what? That's
no. I'm just telling you what I said in it. I ain't telling you I believe it. I'm just telling you if you mix it in, if we're saying it's Seth and Paul ain't done, because to me I'm like, well, what's the point of having Seth and Paul interfere with this match? It really don't hold no weight, but I guess it does, especially when you still got the Rock over here with the final boss situation. But I can get it, I can see it. Like I said, it's not a question of if John Cena wins, it's how he wins and what happens after he wins.
Well, y'all was talking about we're probably not gonna get Rock and Roman. Well, we're not gonna get Rock and Roman probably anytime soon, but we could possibly get Rock and Cody Rhodes. So if the Rock causes Cody to lose to John Cena, I can see somewhere, maybe SummerSlam, maybe somewhere where we get some kind of Rock.
That would piss me off
match because you're getting that instead of Roman and Rock.
Yeah, that would piss me off. Like I would be like, bro, I don't want to see this shit. I didn't want to see Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, to be honest. But whatever, we're here now, right? So
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's not over with yet, because if we do tie in Seth, Paul Heyman with The Rock and stuff like that, and The Rock has always been in Paul Heyman's ear to pull all of this stuff from Roman, you know what I'm saying? Roman comes back to The Rock with, that still can circle back around because he's not through with Heyman, the Wiseman. He's not through with him yet. So maybe there will be still a little window there for Rock and Roman, possibly. So maybe not next year, WrestleMania, but maybe Rock and Roman will probably be The Rock's last match, and he let Roman take him out for his last and final match, probably. So I don't think that's over with yet.
I was thinking maybe that if Rollins did interfere, maybe that could be, maybe Rollins and Cody could kind of carry this until SummerSlam, until the next big pay-per-view, because Rock ain't gonna be there, John Cena ain't gonna be there, so you need some folks who are actually gonna be there to carry this quote unquote feud or create a feud.
I think Roman's gonna take a break after this.
Right, what he always do. And then actually, I mean, not hating, but if you think about it, CM Punk after the pay-per-views, he be gone for a few weeks too. So it's like the only we talk about well, he was talking about Seth Rollins, but the only ones who normally show up right after pay-per-views is Rollins and Cody.
Yeah.
Shoot, Cody got package power drove, and then he was there. I think the next week or the week out, not the next week, but the week after. Like, bro, you ain't even sell it. You just Randy Orton was gone for 6 months, and you came back 2 weeks later.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Cena gonna do something whack like bring that spinner belt back just to piss everybody off. He gonna piss me off. I hate that belt.
But hey, speaking of the spinner belt, which is so crazy because we telling our age, we always think about championships. We may think about the Winged Eagle belt. We may think about the undisputed title that Rock and Brock and Stone Cold had. But it's a generation of wrestling fans that spinner belt is their WWE championship belt. That's the
what
belt
they know.
Which is so crazy about it. But, yeah.
Yep.
All right, man.
So we won earlier, bro.
And that's an awful generation.
That's a 3-6 Mafia. 3-6 Mafia for that.
Yeah, man. So, all right, fellas, let's wrap it up. We got our predictions here for tomorrow night. We'll come back hopefully after night 2 to kind of give our reactions on that show. We are close to midnight. It is Easter Sunday tomorrow morning, so I know a lot of us got to take our kids to church. We'll go to church ourselves.
Has anybody seen Sinners? Side note, change conversation.
I have not. I want to see it. I have not seen it yet.
I did.
Okay.
Did you? Okay. No spoilers. But I'm gonna see it though. See those type of movies, I can't get my wife to go see because she doesn't do horror movies, so I'm gonna have to see this myself, man. So
yeah.
Anyway, I was another side note because I just saw it and I'm sure y'all heard about it. We talked about future matches at SummerSlam. Jeremy, Cardi B is gonna be hosting SummerSlam, so we're gonna bring back the bra and panty matches. Get Cardi B out there in a match.
For real,
it's gonna be Cardi B versus Charlotte.
Oh man, no, I don't want to see that. But, maybe Cardi B can refer a doctor to Charlotte.
There you go.
Maybe that SummerSlam could be sponsored by Dr. Miami. Everybody wanted to meet with you.
And my last parting shot will be backlashes in St. Louis. Please do not have sex or do anywhere in the building. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And if sad party is, she probably gonna be
right. If Shawn Michaels had anything to do with the show, she'd be there.
Yeah, she'll be there.
Shawn Michaels trying to hit all of them. Let me leave that alone.
All right, man. Let's wrap it up. We appreciate y'all for joining us tonight. I appreciate y'all, the squad, for jumping on. We have not done this in a while, especially with this many people. It's been too long. So I'm gonna close us out with the theme music.
I'm like, man, call me like I'm like The Rock. I come on.
He comes on the special pay-per-views, the SummerSlams, the WrestleManias, the Royal Rumbles. That's when he shows up.
I see y'all at SummerSlam.
Get you a velour shirt and put it on next time.
He get that once a quarter check.
I see y'all SummerSlam. Good luck.
All right, man. So for everybody watching now, and this is the live version. I'm gonna post the video tomorrow for anybody to go back and rewatch it. So for anybody watching, appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share the video. Let's build these numbers up. Let's build this audience up. We've got a small little following on social medias like Twitter and Instagram. Let's build up these YouTube numbers too. So from the Black 4 Horsemen, we appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Don't forget, it's sponsored by Life Water.
Life Water and Sugar Babies.
I'm going to jail. Who's that, Ozark?